radio.
WCBS News Time 141. Fewer teenagers are having babies these days. But Dr. Brady Hamilton with the National Center for Health Statistics says there are significant differences when you compare numbers in urban and rural areas.
We had decline 50% or greater in 17 states, whereas if you look at the decline in teen birth rates for rural areas.
You can interrupt voice prompts and speak a command.
Audio.
Audio. Please say or select an audio.
USB. Play song Grand Prix.
Showing matching items. Please say 2. Grand Prix. Please say or select an item number from the 2. Playing Grand Prix theme.
Here's what I consider one of the best features on this car. You've got a warning light right above the little speaker there. Watch, this is what happens when a car comes into your blind spot. See that yellow light up? And you've got the same thing, of course, on the driver's side. It really gets your attention, and it really saves you a lot of trouble sometimes. It's much, much better than a little red dot that's in the mirror on the Mercedes C model. This is really, really good, and it really catches your eye. And sometimes you just didn't notice there was somebody there in your blind spot. Here's a feature that you hope you'll never have to use, but it's pretty good, I think. When we first got the car, I pressed it by accident and found out what it was. It's an SOS that puts you in contact with Infiniti. If you press that, the green light will start flashing, and within less than 2 minutes, Infiniti is going to call you up and right through the car phone and find out what your emergency is and what help you need. You hope you're never going to use it, but it's there if you do need it. Here are a couple of the negatives. as you can see, the steering wheel has plenty of controls on it, but the comfortable spot for your hand is right here. It's made for your hand. So every time you want to use the control, you have to take your hand off there and use that. Then put your hand back there. Same thing on the other side. They should have your comfortable spot or sweet spot right up here, or this should be tilted up more so you can use your thumb over here. That's a big mistake. Bigger mistake is having the map voice way down there. And you have to hold it for 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3.
No route has been set.
See how long it takes her to answer? That's how long you have to have your hand off the steering wheel, which is a long time if you're doing 75 or 80 or 85. And it takes a while to find it. You have to just feel around and find it there, and then you can press it. Oh, here's the exhaust. There isn't any really. All you hear is the whine of the air coming in through the turbos, and I think that's enhanced. I think that's coming through the speakers rather than through the car. Listen, and you can hear it. It doesn't really sound real. I don't think people outside can even hear anything. And the LED light, if you want to call it that, this is what lights your car up at night. It's really nothing. It just shines over here. If you need something out of the glove compartment, forget it. You better have a flashlight or you're not going to find it. And, oh yeah, then you've got your apps, which takes a while to learn. You got to go through that. Then there's your main one. That's your setting for your personal mode. You can change that around. You can make the transmission sport. You can make the steering standard. You can put the trace control on and off. But again, all that stuff is not really easy to do when you're driving. You have to look down. There's a way of doing it with this knob, but then you're totally blind. You're just doing it by feel. It's like Braille. Those are the biggest negatives I've found so far. This is your performance meter. It's really disappointing in a way. This one tells you, this screen tells you how many G's you're pulling on a turn. I thought if you're going around a turn really fast, you know, really ripping it, you're going to be pulling 5, 6 G's like you see the fighter pilots do. The maximum you get on this is 0.5 G's. Not very impressive. I think I do more than that running to the bathroom. And there's a bunch of other screens that aren't much more helpful than this. Judges your driving, tells you how it thinks you're doing, gas-wise, economy-wise, not much. You know, not really. Nothing there, just a wasted screen.